E-mini playbook 7-minute market recap, January the 10th, 2024. Let's get into the playbook for today, starting with the daily chart and analyzing where we are. Coming off of a break of a zone that was in place since August. We broke that in the mid part of December and we are trending up. So the question that we're getting after the activity of the most recent days is, who is in control? We are looking at the 7 market moods and we are asking where we are. Getting into the daily activity of today, we're looking at what today's mood was. And if we're going to pick, we can say that it was not an easy day for a couple of reasons. And even before going into that, we have a system that analyzes the moods of the market. The reason why the moods are very important is because each market has characteristics. It tends to move in certain ways and at certain times and at certain distances. Inside of those characteristics, it also has moods. So if it's in a particular trend or a particular price range, within that range, you will see that there are different moods as to how exactly it will move. So looking at today's mood, we see that the question on the table from the daily chart is whether or not we will continue this move downward that we've been on for the past couple days since last week, or we will reverse. We are in a downward trend here, and there are instances where the trend goes immediately into reversal, skips trend pause, skips trend congestion, and goes immediately into reversal. So the question is whether or not that could be the case today. So to answer that, we look at our intraday tools, primarily for today, the advanced decline line, letting us know what the activities of the stock individually are, whether or not there are more advancers or whether or not there are more decliners. So to avoid the mysteries of that question on the table, the advanced decline line served us very, very well. If we are questioning whether or not this downward trend would continue, we would see it being reflected in the advanced decline line as a downward stream of activity, which we did not see today. We saw it going up pretty much since the market open, which lets us know that the short side is a bit out of the question, but then it becomes an issue of timing, whether or not we are getting in at the right time. So the early part of this morning could have been called a balance because we were up and down without any side being in control. These are the types that we do not like. We do not like as intraday traders to see balance. That lets us know that there is neither bulls or bears in control and there's not a good side to be on. So that was the primary attitude of the morning session. However, as we get into 12 o'clock, we see that we get a break of this active area here on the advanced decline, and then we get our slow trickle upward, which lets us know that we are continuing this move. So sometimes the afternoon session is the place to be. I would say that the morning session moves like a speedboat and the afternoon session moves like a cruise ship. Once it starts moving in a certain direction, it's pretty consistent and gives a lot of time to get in that direction. Not a drastic move on the advanced decline line, but a trickle upward, letting us know that there are some safe points to get in on the long side for this market. And again, we are seeing muted activity, but taking what's available in terms of that movement definitely was key. So in answering the question of which side to be on, how do we tell? The primary way is the advanced decline line, but we can also look at the tick to let us know which side of the zero line the trades are on. And today it was very balanced until we got into the afternoon, and then we were getting wider swings and wider moves. So we get that letting us know what the mood is, what the sentiment is, and then looking at the major zones. The reason why there's difficulty today and going into tomorrow is because we are at all-time highs on the E-mini. So we reached all-time high December 28th. We bounced off of that high and now we're up again testing that high again. So there is reserve on both parts. There's reserve on the short side because we're in an upward trend, but there's also reserve on the long side because we're bumping up our heads against a major zone. So the question going into tomorrow is whether or not we're going to break through this recent high that was established back in December. How will we know whether or not we are equipped to break through that zone? Looking at the intraday tools, we want to see strong activity on the advanced decline line, and we want to see strong activity uh, on the NICE tick chart, giving us good volume going into that zone, giving us the power that we need to break it. So, very interesting times. The tools are keeping us safe, keeping us in the right place, and keeping us on the right side. And we are able to benefit from that. Hope everyone had a good trading session. We look forward to tomorrow, Thursday, January 11th, to see how this activity will play out. Have a wonderful evening.